And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to up my game today. This is exciting. I have a girl crush on her, an actor girl crush.
This episode and next episode were like the scariest episodes I've ever had in my existence as an actress. Because I had to completely succumb to the physicality, the emotional life, everything when it came to the effect kryptonite is having on Ryan. It was so scary because I'm a control freak, and I was just like, but what if I don't like it?
It's even nastier since yesterday. It kind of reeks too. It kind of.
Thanks, Luke. Very helpful. Okay, remember a few days ago when I deleted half the DVR to make room for your shows? Look, just remember you like me, okay?
What the hell just happened?
I am trying really hard not to seriously freak out right now, but I'm pretty sure the kryptonite just entered her brain.
Leah Gibson, it was another, I have multiple favorite times in this season, but the scenes that I filmed with her when she was handcuffed in a subway tunnel to a ladder, I was quite blown away with her performance. And I just think it needs to be said. She's so incredibly talented. And I remember thinking when we were rehearsing the scene and she just brought it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to up my game today. This is exciting. I have a girl crush on her, an actor girl crush.
The new huge information that Alice wasn't expecting was, oh, Sophia's the one who got into my head and essentially said, you are going to embrace this persona to go from Alice, who could, kill a woman named Mabel because you're full of rage in a moment, to a supervillain who has an army and has a following and has an agenda and can kill without thinking twice about it.
Save some for the fishies. So, Sophia and I shared a common enemy. She thought I'd be a good soldier, and I started to hate crush her metaphorical brother. Call me old-fashioned, but I'm missing the motive for a lobotomy.
You're really not getting it, are you?
Well, you're not exactly unfolding the plot to a Shakespearean drama here.
Sophia would claim she wanted you for her army. Survival instincts would make you an excellent fighter and advisor.
And what would you claim?
That she was in love with you.
I think it gives a real context for who Alice is today. And actually, I often feel it's really the jumping off point for the audience to have any sort of empathy for Alice, because a lot of what she does in the present day is a bit out there. She went through all of that trauma in Cartwright's house and started to identify as Alice and not as Beth anymore. But where she really lost her humanity along the way actually happened in Coryana, when Sophia stole her memory and ability to love.
I think we need to ask my dad to bring a flower back with Kate.
If he finds the map, and if he gets there in time. Not to mention, Mary, that the man just shut down your clinic.
I know.
How do you think he'll react to finding out you're on the bat team?
I'm still in the brainstorming phase.
Oh no. Ryan!
To be the one to sort of say okay to Alice's death is a question that I don't think Mary knew she'd be answering today. I don't think Mary knew that she would be the one to let her take those reins. I think it's a very big deal. And I think the sisterhood triangle of Kate, Alice, and Mary comes up again from Mary's past, and it sort of takes control of her.
I'll meet you in the back end.
Why are you giving me the key?
I'm to take the Batmobile.
I can take the Batmobile.
I've never driven it before.
I've never driven your car before.
Mary, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Mary.
What?
Put your hands in the air.
I'm tired. Keys. Give me some. Hell yeah.
Well, I think Alice always thinks that she's more in control of everything than she is, which in a way makes her beautifully human, because I think that that's probably true for all of us. I think a normal person's reaction to having their memory wiped, would probably be a lot larger than Alice's, who already lives in, this kind of otherworldly dimension. It's kind of another Tuesday for Alice. It's just another reason to be angry with Sophia and the world.
The reason no one noticed was because you two hated each other.
Now use my weight against me.
Ryan has had this bone to pick with Alice, and she has made it on no uncertain terms. This is what she wants to do. She said it in episode 1 when she put the suit on, and she's been warned you can't kill in the bat suit. But she just gave her word that she wouldn't. But when push comes to shove, it's like, this is the thing that has been driving me for a lot of episodes, for a lot of time. I've been thinking about this every day of my life, and now I actually can, and I might die tomorrow, and my mom will have died in vain, is her mentality. So it's much more premeditated on Ryan's side, and it's also much more emotionally complicated for Ryan, whereas the Kate killing Cartwright, it was just pure rage and anger. I think that was driving her.
I do think that Mary, in this moment, allows Ryan to kill Alice, and she accepts what that means. It's pretty dark, but I do think she signs off on Alice's death, which is why when Ryan comes back and she says that she let Alice go, just like that, I think it is a relief to Mary, maybe, that Alice isn't dead, but also the choice that she's made, she can never unmake. Certain decisions that we make, we can never undo. And so what that's going to mean for Mary going forward, especially in her interactions with Alice, I'm really excited to explore and see potentially what that means.
Your army did. Because of you, because you turned them into cold-blooded killers!
Going into the world of the hallucinations, that was really fun, but also really, really scary, because again, I had to play into the physicality of what was happening when I am in the real world. But now, when I'm not in the real world and I'm in the hallucination world, oh my goodness, I remember everything now. It's all coming back to me like flashes in the dream. We had all of these epic fight scenes. And this is actually the only other time that Rachel and I have truly played together in this season. That was so much fun. First of all, Rachel is so much fun to play with. it's just amazing. So to be able to like come together in this episode and have these super fun, trippy scenes where you're just popping up in different places and you're like fighting and you're beating the faces off of each other and all kinds of stuff like that. It was so much fun.
Ryan! This isn't the girl I raised.
But she killed you.
I don't know what made you this way. But you're not worth it. You'll never be worth it.
It wasn't my fault.
Everything's your fault. Now leave.
Am I gonna make the decision to just go ahead with my life and maybe I'll just be Ryan because I want to kill this person and I'll walk away from everything that is good that Batwoman has brought to my life, everything that is good that Batwoman has done for other people. Is this vengeance worth walking away from that? And I think that in that moment, she realizes, no, you are not going to allow me to lose the best thing I've ever had, because then you're still winning. In death, you're still winning. That means you took my mom and you took the one other thing that I have ever loved. And I think that that's really what that is for her.
Obviously, she does not end up killing Alice, but it puts her in this precarious position because now Alice knows exactly who she is. And like we saw before with Kate, Alice manipulates that to her own advantage.
Her knowing the truth of her identity does come into play in the story. And the big question becomes, is Alice gonna spill the beans or not? And that's something that we'll see a little deeper into the season. But in that moment for Ryan doesn't care. She thinks she's gonna die in a couple hours. So yeah, it does kind of come back to haunt her a little bit.
How did I get back here?
Luke and I found you outside of Angelique's. Yeah, but good news, I got to drive the Batmobile. Bad news, the wipers button and the rocket launchers look very similar. Someone should label us. What did you do? I should be asking you that, Missy. Why'd you go to Angelique's in the Batsuit?
I needed a lead on Ocean.
You're dying, and you waste your last gasps of energy on him?
No, I find Ocean, I find Alice, so I can hear her last gasp.
Ryan.
No, I am not going down without getting justice for both of our moms.
Let's just get some more fluids in you first, and then we can talk bucket list.
If Batwoman kills, it takes away from the one thing she can stand on. You know, you can have a bunch of villains and superheroes within Gotham, but there has to be someone that stands on some type of morality and some type of stance that never changes, no matter what the circumstances are. And I think that it's really important that Batwoman stands on that. You can beat down the bad guys, you can beat them down to a pulp, but they have to live, you know? And yeah, I think that if she kills, then she's no different than the Crows.